Can you give me an update on the hit-and-run investigation?
There's an outside chance we may have a picture of the vehicle.
A picture?
Right. There was a lady that was across the street. She was with her grandchildren. She was taking pictures of them. She heard the screech of the tires. She jumped. I'm just hoping that maybe she might have got a shot of the car.
It's a long shot, Trusley.
I know that. I'm staying cool. It's just that, well, I got some men looking for her right now.
Good morning. I have some invoices here from the warehouse. You better take a look at them.
Yeah, okay, good.
Oh, you have the morning paper?
Yeah.
Haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet.
Oh, you can relax. I paged through it. There are no stories about you and Anna from Carlin.
So, well, that's good. You know, she's taken enough.
I think these Carlin stories are eventually going to flatten out in the long run. It's not going to hurt Anna.
Yeah, well, as you know, there's another secret here, and I have the feeling that this Carlin person is sniffing around the edges, and, you know, there's something that I should do to stop this.
Oh, Duke, come on, will you?
Would you check this over before I transmit it, Mr. Devane?
Yes, yes. Duke, could you wait? I'd like to finish what we were talking about. Thanks.
Why'd you wait so long to get back to me, Mr. Carlin? Didn't you get my message?
Yeah, I got your message.
Then why'd you wait so long?
Frankly, I didn't like being told by my informant that I was going too far.
Informant?
You.
I am a concerned citizen, that's all.
Sorry you don't like the sound of the word informant.
Never mind, I don't want to stand here and quibble with you. I want you to back off from your new line of investigation.
Be very careful about giving me orders. I'm writing the story, not you. Are you still there?
Yes. Perhaps we have misunderstood each other.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
I just want you to expose Anna Devane, the chief of police. I don't know why you started writing about Angus Mackay.
You don't know how it is with an investigative reporter. I mean, you lift one rock looking for a story, and suddenly before you is the possibility of an even bigger story. I'm a good reporter. I get a better lead on a better story, I follow it.
That's not what I'm after.
You're after Anna Devane.
You make it sound personal. I'm after the chief of police of the city.
Ah, that old concerned citizen.
I think you're being facetious, Mr. Carlin, and I don't like it.
Who are you?
Mr. Carlin!
Look, mystery is fine up to a point.
I'm not being mysterious. I'm afraid of retaliation.
That's what I thought.
Good.
In the beginning.
What do you mean by that?
You know too much, and you're not telling me. Now, look, why don't you just tell me who you are, and we make it an even bigger story than I'm on right now? How about it? I've been known to protect my sources of information. If that's what you're after, we could work something out. Are you still there?
Yes. And the answer is no.
Well, don't make it a firm no. Wait till you read my next article in the afternoon edition.
All I want you to do is to go back to the original story that I put you on.
I think you're hiding a bigger story. Look, I can make your part in this anonymous. I can guarantee that. I'll get my publisher to guarantee it, too. And what's fairer than that? Source, are you listening? Damn it, I'm gonna find out who I...
Thank you. All right, Duke, let's lay this thing out, huh? You think that Mark Carlin's delving into the Angus angle is going to lead him to Orleans, right?
Yes.
And you think that once he gets there, he just might figure out what the secret of Orleans is, right?
That worries me, yes.
All right, buddy. At this moment, you and I are the only two people in the world who know that Camellia killed the man who tried to rape her. And you and I are the only two people who know that you and Angus hid the body and failed to report the murder to the police. Now, Angus is gone, and Camellia, to this day, still has no idea what she did.
Yeah, just look how far this Carlin fellow's come, though.
Yeah, but after this, it's a dead issue.
Yeah, thank God I've got you to talk to about this. At least I shared the secret. Did you know what I'd have done by now?
Yeah, I can think of several things.
Yeah, I would have had it out with Carlin. I'd have told him to lay off.
And that would have been a terrible mistake, my friend.
Yeah, I know that.
Now, come on, you got to chill down here. Ride this thing out.
If it was only me that was involved, then yes, I could do that. But Anna's involved in this, and I have to protect her.
Look, if you go after Carlin right now, you're only going to make things worse.
Oh, yeah, could it be worse?
Yes.
The things I put Anna through. There is nothing that I can do. My hands are tied.
Look, to stand still and do nothing takes courage. To counterattack right now would be foolhardy.
Okay, yeah, so that's the rational point of view. What about Camellia?
So far, she's not even in the limelight.
Yes, but Carlin could get to her.
She knows nothing of the secret.
Be able to let off steam with Hughes. Well, saves me from making foolish mistakes. I appreciate it.
Good. How would you like to look on the bright side for a moment or two, huh?
Is there one?
Yes, there is. The setup we have with HDI, for example. Now, that could be very, very profitable. I mean, a lot of money. I've been doing some calculating. I think you'll be able to pay off your debts much sooner than you thought.
Well, the way I look at it, I can probably pay off my debts by winter.
How does a summer wedding sound to you?
You think?
I do. Or is that your line?
Right.
Frisco, what's the word on our girl?
The best. She's right outside. You want to talk to her in the squad room?
Oh, no, bring her in here. I'd like to sit in.
Good.
Mrs. Gilbert.
Yes,
Right here, please.
Oh, certainly will.
Hello, Mrs. Gilbert. Thank you for coming. This is the Chief of Police, Anna Devane.
How do you do, young lady?
Would you please take a seat?
Oh, thank you, young man.
You do remember our conversation that we had earlier, yes?
Oh, of course I do. My goodness, my memory may be rotten about a lot of things, but you certainly don't forget being questioned by the police, especially over such a sad, sad affair as that was. That poor young woman being killed like that. You know, ever since I read about that, I've had awful nightmares. Well, I keep seeing my daughter as the victim, and she's got 3 children. It's
Well,
terrible.
I certainly understand your nightmares.
You know, you just don't know your fate, do you? You can go just like that. Well, that's why I try to take some enjoyment out of every single day as it comes. Why, even remembering that dreadful, dreadful day, I just hold on to the memory of my grandchildren. Sound of children's laughter is just so good for the soul.
I know.
Yes.
I have a little girl myself.
Oh, here I am rambling on, and you probably want a 3rd degree me.
No, not quite that. As I recall, you said you were taking some pictures around the scene of the accident.
Well, yes, but I'm sure they're no good.
Why's that?
Well, the camera jumped just when I clicked.
It jumped.
Well, yes, sound of screeching tires, you know.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Mrs. Gilbert, do you have those pictures?
No. You know, I've been just too busy to go pick them up.
Well, would you mind very much if we picked them up? We'll pay for them.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Oh, but they wouldn't give it to you without your receipt.
Maybe you have the receipt.
Well, let's just take a look here and see. In my, what is... Oh, Sally's phone number. I didn't know I'd written it. And what's it? Oh, double coupon I forgot to use. They were having a special on jumbo eggs last week, and I just forgot to use. Where is... Oh,
Take your time.
please. Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Yes. Now, is there anything else you want to grill me about?
no, not a thing. And when we get the pictures, you can be assured that we'll get the negatives and the pictures back to you. Thank you.
You mean I'm free?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for coming in. It's been a pleasure.
Thank
Well,
you.
I don't know what it is you want, but I certainly hope you find it.
Well, you don't know how much I hope.
Yeah. You know, young lady, after meeting you, I don't believe one word that Mark Carlin writes about you. Not one word. Oh.
Thank you very much, Mrs.
How much inventory would we have to carry if I wanted to put Warehouse B back into operation?
Got the figures right here.
Oh, good. Excuse me. Oh, hello. Hello, yes. Oh, I can give him that invitation because he's right here. Yes, Mr. Lavery and a guest. Right. Okay. Thank you. Bye. There's the Quartermain butler extending an invitation to us, which also includes Anna, if you want to bring a guest, to a party at the Quartermains this evening.
What's the occasion?
It's certainly not social because he's also invited some HTI bigwigs.
Well, I didn't think it would be social, otherwise he wouldn't have invited me.
Edward's up to something I don't like it.
He's one of your recent investors, isn't he?
Yeah. I wonder if he's gotten wind of that yet.
Of what?
This is just between you and me.
Of course.
Greta Engstrom deposited $100,000 in her bank account the other day.
I didn't know the signs paid so well.
Doesn't. Besides, I know her background, and there's no way she could have accumulated that kind of money legitimately. And one of the reasons she left that outfit in Massachusetts was because it paid so poorly.
I see.
Well, I've got to find out what's going on over at HTI before Edward does. He's one crafty old fox, I'll give him that. But that's about all.
But now that Edward's an investor, why should he get suspicious?
Well, I'm the one that could make him suspicious because we had some problems in other business ventures, so he's pretty wary of me.
Should he be wary?
Well, let's put it this way, Duke. I'm an easy touch. I'm loyal to my friends. I'm kind to widows and orphans, but I don't sprout wings and I don't play a harp. Now, we could have one big problem on our hands with Edward.
In what way?
Very simple. I've got to find out from Greta what's going on over at HTI before Edward does. If he pulls his money out of our syndicate, we lose HTI. So you might say that everything's at stake here.
I left the reports on the side there. You bring them back as soon as you're finished. Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a surprise. I'm so glad it wasn't Captain Lewis.
Captain Lewis? Well, does he often come in and do this?
No. Well, he hasn't done it at all yet. Besides, he's happily married and does everything by the book.
Well, I don't do anything by the book. I'm not happily married as yet, but I am very much in love with this lady in my arms.
Why are you here? What brings you by?
Technically, I don't think I need a reason to come see you, do I?
No.
But it so happens I do have two things to tell you.
Good things?
Well, neither of them are bad. And one of them is not exactly earth-shaking, but the other is rather. Which would you like to hear first?
The not exactly air-shaking one, I think.
All right. You and I have been invited to a party at the Quartermains this evening.
What? Why? Edward Quartermain doesn't like me. He's not a fan of mine.
Well, he's not a fan of mine either.
So why have we been invited to a party?
Edward Quartermain is very rapacious when it comes to money.
Oh, say that again.
Well, that's why. You see, he has invited everybody involved with HTI and all the members of the syndicate who have taken it over. And as I'm now involved, then hence the invitation.
I see.
But I would be delighted to call and offer them our regrets.
No, we'll go. I'd like to go. It'll be great. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. We'll go. Besides, I have a new dress I want to wear. Robin keeps asking me when I'm going to wear it, so I'll wear it.
I think you look beautiful in anything you wear.
That's not strictly true.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Okay, if you insist.
I do. Now, the earth-shaking news.
Yeah, I hope it's something about us.
It is.
What is it?
No, Sean is a... Well, he's a very canny man.
Well, yes. He's a very canny man.
He has told me that my share of the profits from HTI will probably be more than enough to pay my debts.
When?
This summer.
Summer? Will you have a summer wedding?
If you like.
Yeah. Yes, I like. Yes, that's brilliant. It's wonderful. We can have a summer wedding. Oh, Robin will be thrilled.
What about you?
I'm ecstatic. What do you think? Can't you?
I can't find words to describe how I feel. But, and this is Sean talking now.
Yes.
I think we should be cautious.
But we both agreed he's very canny. It's all right. But I know what you're saying. Yes, we'll be cautious. We'll be very cautious. I promise.
I don't want any more disappointments for us.
Do you think there's any possibility? No.
Well, Sean says there may be something awry in HTI, but it's nothing that he can't handle.
Oh, I wonder.
What?
Well, it's just... I wonder if it's the problem that I spoke to Sean about.
I don't know.
Oh, anyway, I don't want to think about that right now. I just want to be very, very, very happy.
Fair enough.
We'll be cautious tomorrow, all right? Right now, I just want to savor the idea of being Mrs. Duke Lavery in the summer.
Okay. I'll be cautious tomorrow, too.
Mark, it looks like you just made the deadline for the afternoon edition.
Don't I always?
You're looking very self-satisfied.
This story is guaranteed to keep the old fire burning under Duke Lavery and Anna Devane.
Are you on firm ground?
Well, so far my source has been right on the money.
Any clue as yet to who your source is? I mean, I know you said she's a woman.
No ID so far.
I have a thought.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, you say that source refers to herself as a concerned Port Charles citizen, right?
Yeah, right.
But you suspect that there's more to her than that.
Yes, I do.
What do you say about this idea? Next time you're going to have a meeting with her in that empty warehouse, how about me tagging along? I mean, together we can nab her. Interested in the idea?
Well, at the moment, I'm more interested in how Lavery and Devane react to my article in the afternoon edition.
Let's throw caution to the wind for just one other moment.
All right, I'm willing.
Now, I want to touch lightly on where we're going to go for our honeymoon.
Scotland. You promised Scotland.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Can I come too? I'd love to, you know.
And we're not wrapped up in each other's arms, then. Maybe we can do a little trout fishing.
I'd love to. I'd love to go trout fishing, yes. And you know, while we're being cautious, I just want you to know that this is the first time in a long time that we've talked happily about our future.
Well, good luck doesn't last forever, but neither does bad luck. Have you ever thought about it that
No,
way?
I haven't. But I will from now on. This past week has been just... so horrible. All those crank calls. That article Mark Carlin wrote really set off some people. I hope they forget about it.
Thank God I listened to Sean's advice.
What did he say?
He said if I went after Carlin, I would only make the situation worse.
Yeah.
Now, when are you going to be able to go home and change into this beautiful new dress?
Well, I'm not going to be able to be beautiful for at least another few hours. I've got loads of work to do. I need some coffee.
Stay where you are. I shall get it for you. Then I should go back and get some work done, too.
All right. You'll get some fresh coffee in the squad room. Black, please.
Okay. At your service, madame.
Oh! Hello, is Frisco back in headquarters yet? Oh, he's in the photo lab? Okay, well, just tell him to call me as soon as he gets back. Please. Thank you. Yes, come in. What are you doing here?
And a very pleasant good afternoon to you, too, Chief Devane. I'm here to interview you, Chief.
I don't believe we have an appointment, Mr. Carlin.
I'd like to get your reactions to my first article in the paper. Surely you've read it.
I have only one thing to say to you, and that is get out of my office.
In a way, that is a reaction, you know.
Perfectly normal one.
A perfectly normal, angry reaction. That gives me something to go on.
This is not an interview.
Perhaps you'd like to accuse me of writing a pack of lies?
No comment.
Well, at least you might want to say there's no cover-up in the death of Angus Mackay.
Don't you put words in my mouth.
My source says there's a cover-up, but I'm perfectly willing to hear the truth from you if you wish to give it to me. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? The truth. I mean, you tell me the truth, and if I have to, I will retract every word I've said.
When I have a statement to make, I will tell it to an honest newspaperman.
One who won't see through the cover-up.
No comment.
My source is unimpeachable. I will make mincemeat out of any statement you might happen to give to a so-called responsible reporter. No comment?
Just one.
Good. Should I get out my trusty notebook?
I wouldn't if I were you. If you're not out of this office on the count of 3, I'm having you arrested for trespassing.
I think you would.
I would. 1.
Well, I may report that.
I don't care what you do. 2.
Please, please. That's not necessary. I'll leave quietly. Here. A free, complimentary copy of the early edition of this afternoon's paper. Enjoy. Free.
Who was that who just left your office?
Mark Holland. Don't you dare. Leave it out.
I knew it was him. Look how upset you are.
It's gonna get worse. He just gave me this afternoon's paper and there's something about us in here.
Remember, this enlargement will be in black and white.
Why won't Chief Anna Devane come clean with the cover-up? What really happened to Angus Mackay?
Don't read any more.
What is the secret behind his death?
I said enough, and I'm going to forget Sean's advice.
No, don't. We've got to think straight on this. We have to ask ourselves questions.
Listen, when the chips are done, I am a street fighter. And maybe that's the only thing this Carlin fella's going to understand.
No, it's going to make things worse for me. Please, and Robin, we've got to consider her.
Okay. Okay, you say things straight.
Yes.
First question. Why is this man doing this?
I don't know. I mean, he obviously feels he has a major story, an expose.
And when and how did this get started? Was it something, did we say something? Did we do something?
No, I don't know. What could it be?
You're right. There's nothing. There is nothing.
See, it feels like a personal vendetta to me. And I can't work it out. I mean, I put some people behind bars, yes, but I've thought about it, and there is no connection.
You mean they know nothing about Angus's death?
Exactly.
What?
When Mark Carlin was here, he talked about a source. In fact, he mentioned it twice.
Do you think that's what started him out?
Yes, it has to be. I mean, it couldn't just come from his own head.
I agree.
Oh, I've read this article. I think that this source is giving him fresh information. Who is it? Who's doing this?
Volunteer with a wheelchair to unite the nurse station staff. Volunteer with a wheelchair to unite the nurse station staff.
He's gone too far.